Tron Ares loses Disney over $130 million. Sinners is getting a re-release in IMAX for Halloween. The hunt for Ben Solo news. Adam Driver reveals he worked on a screenplay for Ben Solo's story with Steven Soderbergh. Warner Brothers is officially considering acquisition offers. Wonka 2 starts filming in January. I hope Timothée Chalamet's hair knows. And Michael Fassbender will lead a Kennedy series similar to Succession. Let's get into this week's movie news. What's up, movie friends? Welcome back to Raiders of the Lost podcast. This is the ultimate film and TV podcast, and this is the news episode where we go through everything happening in the world of film and television so you don't have to. Sit back, relax. We read the articles, we watched the trailers, we scoured the internet for everything going on, so chill out. We're going to go over a lot of stuff, big announcements, some trailers. But first off, there's a ton of new movie releases this weekend of October 24th. We have Deliver Me From Nowhere, the new Springsteen biopic starring Jeremy Allen White. Seeing that tonight.
Yeah, I want to see.
I wonder if Jeremy will be there.
We'll see.
Yeah, I've heard some rumors.
Bruce is going to be there.
Bruce will be sitting next to me the whole time, me and the boss.
Also, the new romantic drama Regretting You drops. Chainsaw Man hits theaters as well in IMAX. Blue Moon, Richard Linklater's new film starring Ethan Hawke, as well as Shelby Oaks from Chris Stuckman. A ton of new theater releases this weekend, so you'll be busy, all you movie fans, as well on the small screen. Welcome to Derry finally drops on HBO Max on Sunday, October 26th. I haven't seen any reviews yet. I'm sure the embargo is up until the weekend starts, so I'm very curious to see initial reactions to that show.
First of all, Mason Thames is having a great year.
For real.
How to Train Your Dragon, Black Phone 2, and Regretting You. He's all over the spectrum of genres. He's just like about to boom in terms of a big star, and he's terrific in the other two that I've seen, but I have not seen Regretting You, and I don't plan on it. But it seems
not
like
your type,
not
not
my
kind of
type
film.
of movie. But a lot of these are, and Deliver Me From Nowhere I can't wait for.
I can't wait to see Blue Moon.
Also, Tim Robinson's new show, The Chair Company, released its first episode. I watched it. It's hysterical.
That's on Max?
It's on Max, yeah.
Okay.
It's absolutely outrageous and just it's a meme of a TV show. It's so funny. But big news for box office. I know some people don't care about box office performance for movies, but when, our old IPs just keep getting milked for movies that are just cash grabs, at the end of the day, that's kind of what Tron Ares was. There's some good stuff going on creatively and artistically, but at the end of the day, Disney's just trying to get some money out of it, but they ended up losing $134 million at the box office in terms of production cost for this. And again, box office versus production costs are very different. Movie theaters don't play movies for free. They split tickets costs, so they get a good cut of those. This movie probably needed about $300 to $400 million just to break even. Unfortunately, it's going to be a huge loss for Disney. Huge loss.
Disney's just like addicted to L's.
They do have some big hits. I mean, they have the biggest hit of the year.
True, also, but they do make some L's, man.
They do make quite like the last few years. A common L for Disney is losing $100 million at the box office, but then they make $1 billion on some random movie.
They got Cameron with Avatar every 2 years.
They're going to make a ton of money off those.
Avatar will balance it all out. But there was a huge hit earlier this year, which is getting a big IMAX re-release for the Halloween week, and that's Ryan Coogler's Sinners. I would love to see this on the IMAX screen again. Halloween night, that would be a fun thing to do. Go see Sinners in IMAX.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be 70mm projection, but it's still going to be an IMAX release, which is going to be fantastic. And hold on, just to stay on what signifies a hit, we got a little hater this week because I called F1 a hit.
How is it not?
And someone said, how is F1 a hit? I'm like, they were like, you Americans, how is F1 a hit? I'm like, first of all, it made more money than Superman. How is that not a hit? It made more money than Superman.
Yeah, it's an original movie.
Come on.
Amazing.
What
huge
constitutes
success.
a hit these days?
Sinners was a hit, and it made $250.
F1 made $630.
Yeah.
It's $630 million.
It was such a massive hit that Apple waited 4 months to drop it.
I guess that's not a hit.
And they're making their first ever physical release of a movie that they've produced. Ever.
My God, I got to get my hands on that 4K UHD, but man, it's sold out.
Also, Back to the Future returns to theaters on October 31st for the 40th anniversary, so be sure to check that out in IMAX theaters as well.
Hey, twist your flag microphone a little bit.
Done.
Yeah, there you go.
Now everybody knows what the show is.
Yeah, people were confused of what the
Sorry,
show.
guys.
The flag is the square at the bottom of the mics, and Anthony's was a little twisted, but now you can see what it says.
Now, there's some big Star Wars news. Brought to you real quick by our friends at movieposters.com, the number one place to get your posters online today. Use our promo code Raiders10 to always get 10% off your orders, as well as the affiliate link in the link in the description of this episode in our social media bio. That gives James and I a little cut of the action. Look at that really cool Shutter Island poster.
Look at this thing. It's amazing. Shutter Island. I just rewatched it last week because it's such an
10 out of 10.
iconic banger. And this is an awesome poster. It's double-sided, so it's movie theater quality. It's fantastic, especially in the light box back there. Whew, thank you, movieposters.com.
Now, this is some shocking news about the Star Wars universe. Adam Driver, while doing press in an interview, revealed that he had been working on a Ben Solo film with none other than Steven Soderbergh. The pair spent 2 years developing and writing a screenplay, and it was eventually shut down by Disney executives despite support from the Lucasfilm leadership. So, quoting Adam Driver, "I was always interested in doing another Star Wars. I had been talking about doing another one since 2021. Kathleen Kennedy had loved the character and had reached out. I always said with a great director and a great story, I'd be there in a second. I love that character. I loved playing him. However, after The Rise of Skywalker, that film ended Kylo Ren's redemption, and he apparently died in the film. But Driver felt there was unfinished business with the character."
He's got a great quote about this, too. So he said, "We presented the script to Lucasfilm. They loved the idea. They totally understood our angle and why we were doing it. Driver just went on to explain how much of a great idea it was. And I mean, how do you not make this movie?" And according to them, it was shut down because the executives could not believe that Ben Solo was alive, which is bullshit because Palpatine comes back from the dead. What the fuck are we doing? This would have been the coolest Star Wars movie of the century. Possibly. It could have been the best one this century because obviously Phantom Menace, I think, is very cool. Actually, Revenge of the Sith is tough to beat. But Ben Solo, because my only part of that movie I like is when Ben Solo becomes Ben Solo and kicks those guys' asses in the third act of the film. He's got some great action.
He beats up his own knights.
Beats up the Knights, but also the exterior cliffside scene inside the tunnel when him and Rey are fighting together. He's got the blue lightsaber, and it's amazing. And, like, can you imagine a movie with that character going forward? How do you not fucking greenlight that? Everyone loved Kylo Ren, and then give Ben Solo his flowers.
And having Soderbergh, that would have been so exciting. I think that the Disney execs were just trying to wipe their hands from everything that happened with the sequels. And, you know, the Rise of Skywalker and Last Jedi reactions hurt the brand a lot, and it seems like they were, at this time, pushing Disney Plus, which was a mistake. And, I mean, this would have been really cool, really interesting. I love Adam Driver. I really like the character. To some extent, I didn't love ultimately what happened with any of the characters in that trilogy, but it would have been really cool to see Ben Solo on the run, being hunted by dark forces, and being a protagonist of a story. That would have been pretty fucking exciting to see.
Drop the ball again. That's another L for Disney in this episode. Warner Brothers news, they have announced they are now officially considering acquisition offers after Paramount offered them, what was it, $40 billion a couple of weeks ago. But they said, nah, we want more, bruh. And they will also launch a comprehensive review of strategic alternatives. What the hell does that mean? That basically means that like companies like Netflix and Comcast are interested in acquiring the Warner Brothers TV and film rights, but not the streamer. So because we're in this new era of streaming and movies and TV, there are interesting ways that they can fudge a purchase while maintaining ownership over their streaming service.
And then other possibilities they're going over is either having the entire entity purchased or having Discovery purchased separately from Warner Brothers.
Who wants Discovery?
There's a lot of.
Just
they
kidding.
have the sports, don't they?
Yeah.
They got the sports,
Just
man.
kidding.
They got what?
But I want Batman, bro.
They got baseball tonight, man. All right, Wonka 2, staying on Warner Brothers, has announced to begin filming January 2026 for a release 2027. Not sure if there will be another Christmas movie, but I'm sure they're going to want to go around the winter time because it worked really well for them last time. Wonka earned, I think, close to 600, so it was a big hit. And yeah, Chalamet is definitely gonna be wearing a wig for this.
Or he's got a short haircut in it. I think he's got time to grow it out a little bit, but it's still pretty freaking short for Dune 3. They're still filming, so he's got 2 months after Dune to grow his hair out. It's not gonna be that long.
I'm looking forward to seeing what they have planned for the story.
You can't have Chalamet wear a wig though. I'm sorry, you can't put a wig on your star with that kind of movie, with that kind of a star. Like Leo's not wearing a wig. Like, okay, so the family documentary-esque or drama series are so hot after Succession, and there's been a few others, but this is the most interesting, I think, so far. Kennedy. Now it's going to be of the Kennedy family, and really interestingly here, Michael Fassbender will lead the series from Netflix exploring the Kennedy family from Another Round director Thomas Vinterberg. Now, Michael Fassbender will play Joe Kennedy Sr., the patriarch of the family, and I'm sure the story will follow the origins of the Kennedys, how they got their wealth bootlegging, and then how all of his sons he was trying to set up for positions of power and government, and how it didn't work out for a couple of them. One of them died in war, but then John F. Kennedy becomes his like golden child of this is the one that I can finally make this work with. But I'm stoked. This is gonna be awesome. I'm sure the Boston accents are gonna be off the chain.
I wanted you to be something better, Governor Corleone. Senator Corleone. It'll be cool to see JFK and Robert Kennedy Jr. and Robert Kennedy Sr. as children, maybe teenagers in this.
Probably like teens,
It'll be
young
cool
adults.
to see that. And it's like the Kennedy family, they technically got their wealth through drug dealing from bootlegging. So it's a really cool concept for a film, for a TV series. I'd be absolutely interested in seeing that. And also, Fassbender's just like one of the best actors alive, so I'll see anything he's in.
I mean, the Kennedys are one of the most fascinating stories in history. You know, this family that obviously, like Eddie said, starts bootlegging to build their wealth, political aspirations, and then assassination after assassination after assassination.
Yeah, it's crazy. Next up, I'm actually pretty excited about this image that was released for the new Rocky Balboa origin story of Sylvester Stallone's trials and tribulations bringing that film to the screen. We got our first look at Anthony Ippolito as Sylvester Stallone running on the beach with Butkus. Or not Butkus, but what was his name? His dog's name?
Butkus.
His real dog's name is Butkus?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Maybe. Probably. Why would you change the character name of the dogs?
No. I was his real dog that named that dog?
Probably.
The same name.
Probably. I have no idea.
Someone fact check us. What was Sly's real dog's name? And this follows, again, young Sylvester Stallone trying to get the film made. And Ippolito is running on the beach. It looks like they're filming a scene from Rocky. And I got to say, they cast it well. He looks like him.
It looks just like him.
Yeah.
He's got the gray sweatpants and sweatshirt tucked in. He's got Butkus on the leash. He's on the beach running. The hair, the face, everything's working. It looks like Rocky.
Everything's working.
It's pretty cool. Knives Out, we got a new look at Josh O'Connor's character in Wake Up Dead Man, a Knives Out mystery. Plus, Rian Johnson teased his next film, saying it harkens back to the 70s paranoid thrillers. It's got a light sci-fi element to it. So, he's going back to sci-fi, which is going to be cool.
It's a light. It's a diet sci-fi.
It's
diet
sci-fi zero.
Sci-fi free. All right. There's a board game. I'm not sure if everyone listening knows about this board game, but it is the best board game ever.
It's not true.
And that's called, I believe, Settlers of Catan. This is a really fun game. James and I play it with a bunch of friends. It's a big thing. Netflix has announced that they're developing films and TV shows based on Catan. This is insane. The game doesn't have that much lore or world building at all.
There are no characters.
Yeah, so it's just literally resources and houses that you build. So they can pretty much do anything with the IP. And we're in the board game boom of Hollywood, unfortunately. So a lot of these are getting announced. But you know what? I might check this out.
I'm going to check this out, too.
I'm gonna check this out.
It's got potential. I mean, it's basically a brand. There's like no characters, no story, like Eddie said.
Nothing.
So you're just building your own. You just write a paintbrush. You can write whatever you want.
Yeah.
You have the structure, I guess, of resources being a part of it. But I can see it being
I doubt
solid.
it's just going to be about farmers.
I doubt it. I bet they go like Game of Thrones-esque style.
Oh my God.
I bet you they go
actually
big.
don't want that at all.
I guarantee it. Like they'll have the mining ore culture. They'll have the wheat farmer culture. They'll have
Wars.
the sheep farmer. They'll have everything like that.
It is one of the best-selling games of the last 20 years.
Pretty
so
popular.
It's a big hit.
Stranger Things news. Last week, the CEO of Netflix, or one of the executives at Netflix, said that Stranger Things 5 finale will not premiere in theaters. However, it changed. Stranger Things 5 will actually play in theaters, just the series finale.
What's real? Is it or is it not?
It will happen on New Year's Eve, same as the Netflix release. Previously, no plans were involved, but now the series finale will play in theaters. Very cool.
Interesting. I bet it makes a ton of money.
Worlds will collide as Mod Pizza is teaming up with Tron Ares. From now until November 7th, when you grab your favorite mod creations, you can unlock epic movie rewards and experiences to celebrate the release of Tron Ares, only in theaters on October 10th.
Here's the deal. Spend $30 at Mod and score a $10 Fandango movie reward. Spend $60 and you'll get $20 back in Fandango movie rewards. This means your Mod Pizza Night just became the perfect opening for movie night.
And it doesn't stop there. You can even bring Mod Pizza boxes to life with an augmented reality race against the clock through a Tron-themed pizza-inspired maze.
So before you head out to see Tron Ares, fuel up at Mod Pizza, claim your Fandango reward, and get ready for a blockbuster night of pizza, movies, and action.
Mod Pizza, the perfect co-star to Disney's Tron Ares, only in theaters on October 10th.
We got some new trailers this week. Not that many, but one that was very unexpected, and that's Troll 2, a sequel to the indie Norwegian film.
Oh my God.
From years ago.
I saw this movie.
This was like 15 years ago. It was actually a really cool, small, like tiny movie about a bunch of investigators trying to discover a troll, believing they exist. And
I saw a different troll movie.
Okay.
I saw a troll movie about this woman who's basically a troll.
That's a different one.
But it's a different country, too. I can't remember.
This one's about, like, hunt people. It's like they were, like, Sasquatch hunters. Like, nobody believed them, and they went into the forest to try and find a troll.
The one I watched is Border.
Yes.
2018 Swedish
She
film.
works as airport.
TSA.
Yeah.
She smells fear.
This is about giant trolls. And that movie was actually pretty fun. It was very minimal. It was small in scale, and it had some really impressive CGI for the time and budget. And it was a fun time. Netflix has produced a sequel to the film called Troll 2. It's basically giant kaiju battles in the city. It's very different. I was like, oh, it's not quite the same thing, but it's actually made from the same director as Troll. And now it's like one troll, that big troll is let loose in the city. So now this team of, very efficient military personnel and scientists, this ragtag Avengers team, they have to find some other troll who's a good troll to battle this giant troll. And they basically King Kong, because Godzilla, battle it out in the city. It's not what I was expecting to see this morning, but hey, here we are.
Next up, we have Reminders of Him. First trailer of Colleen Hoover's novel, starring Micah Monroe and Tyreek Withers. That is quite the coincidence where Tyreek just started a movie called Him, and now he's in a movie called Reminders of Him. The film follows a woman trying to rebuild her life with her daughter after returning from jail for killing her boyfriend in a car accident where she was driving. In theaters March 13th. This one got the emotions going when I watched the trailer. It was really sad.
They had a great little meet cute.
Yeah. I like Micah outside of horror, too. She almost always does horror, but she's a great actress.
When I started this trailer, I was waiting for the horror twist. I was like waiting for a demon to start pursuing her. I was like, wait, this is just a normal movie?
It's just a normal movie. But also, speaking of normal movies, The Social Reckoning. We got some news and updates on this film. Jeremy Strong says his empathetic and objective take on Mark Zuckerberg won't be influenced by Jesse Eisenberg's performance. So that's actually, I like that. Different actor playing the same character in the same universe, technically. Mix it up, change it up. I mean, that's happened before. I think Batman Begins to Dark Knight is a good example of Katie Holmes and then Maggie Gyllenhaal. He's the same character, but you bring something new to it.
Great example.
It is a great example.
Perfect. This is a perfect example.
He also said, it's one of the great scripts I've ever read. It speaks to our time. It touches the third rail of everything happening in our world. It's a great character, fascinating, complex, and I'm approaching it with great care and empathy and objectivity. I've made 2 films with Aaron, The Trial of the Chicago 7 and Molly's Game. I forgot he was in Molly's Game. He must have been a poker player?
No, was he in the courtroom scenes?
Lawyer? I can't remember. And third time is The Charm. And yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I can't wait.
And also when asked about his any connection to Zuckerberg's influence, he said what he's doing has nothing to do with what Eisenberg did.
I just want someone in the courthouse doing the Zuckerberg alien stare. Sip water. Sip water.
That's going to be a big scene.
Yes, Senator. Yes.
Yeah. That's got to be a great scene in that. Next up, big announcement. The Comedy Hour has just been announced. It's a new film with Tatiana Maslany and Tim Heidecker. This is a film that follows a late-night talk show host who is forced to produce his show as America collapses. But when a robot is assigned as his co-host, America begins to love the robot more than him.
That's scary.
Pretty interesting.
Scary movie then. It's giving a good warning. Ryan Coogler, obviously we talked about Sinners, but he's also reviving the X-Files. We've been chatting about this the last several months for specifically his super fan mother. He said, I want to do right by her and the fans. And he's doing it because of his mother Jolene's passion for the project and this movie. Our mom loved the X-Files growing up. It was like when mom got to pick her show for the week, like, because there was 8 of us, and it was just kind of like you're figuring out what shows to watch every night. X-Files was mom's night. We're on the couch watching her show with her, and it's really cool. He said he's shown his mom some of the stuff he's written for it. He says she's hyped about it, but I'm excited. He's not in just the producer role. He's reviving the series as a writer too, which is really exciting.
I think he's going to direct some episodes too. There's a big character in the upcoming sequel, Wicked for Good, that fans have been curious who will be cast in the role.
Well, first of all, last week they said they're not going to reveal who it is. It's going to be a big star, and everyone's going to find out on the red carpet. But do you know why they revealed who it was?
Why?
There were rumors of it being James Corden. So, so Wicked for Good was like real quick. Oh, no, it's Coleman Domingo.
Coleman Domingo will, in fact, be voicing the cowardly lion in Wicked for Good. Great choice. Yeah, that was some damage control. We didn't want another cat situation.
They don't want bad press. I mean, the cat's bad press. It's just funny that last week they're like, we're not going to tell you. Oh, shit. It's Coleman, guys. Don't worry.
Great choice. This is a really good choice. Corden would not have been a great choice. Thank God that's not true. Now, we've talked about how bad production has become for Hollywood in terms of cast and crew working in the actual city of Hollywood in Los Angeles and California making films, and so many films are going elsewhere across the globe, to Canada, to Europe, to Eastern Europe, to film in order to save money on budgets.
Western Europe, too.
Western Europe.
Scotland's really big.
Northern Europe, too.
Kind of.
Southern Europe.
I mean, Eastern Europe. They're not
they're even shooting in Antarctica. Wonka 2 is shooting in Antarctica to save money.
Albania is not getting a ton of film credits, Anthony.
However, things are looking up because California has implemented new tax incentives and credits to filmmaking in California. And these credits were just awarded to 52 different feature films, including Jumanji 2, Heat 2, and many others. This new installment, and this will, again, 52 projects included in the latest round of credits. It awards allocations of funds for feature films as part of the 4.0 credit program, which came into effect earlier this year. They had a total funding of $750 million, which they are passing out to these all of these productions, which are expected to produce $1 billion of qualified expenditures in California, boosting the economy.
This is great news. It's a good start to getting productions back and helping producers greenlight their projects to shoot in Los Angeles and California and America in general, but California specifically because it's become so expensive. And I love to hear it with Michael Mann with Heat 2, meaning that movie LA is such an integral part of that film. You have to shoot in LA again. You can't do it anywhere else. And a lot of productions make New York or LA or Boston or whatever look like they're shooting there, where they're shooting in Glasgow, they're shooting in Toronto. So I think this is a great start to getting productions back and really incentivizing them. So we'll see if it can continue, because they have kind of in a lot of ways failed productions and failed Hollywood with how expensive it is to shoot here. But, it's great to hear this. Crystal Lake, the Friday prequel series for A24, which will premiere on Peacock, just wrapped production. And I'm milk toast on this. Sure. I love Linda Cardellini, but
I know the twist.
We all know what's gonna happen. Like, it's not much of a prequel.
It's tough to remake a twist movie and keep it like surprising. I don't know. This is an interesting project that's been announced. Samo Lives, which is a new Basquiat biopic. The film follows Basquiat's rise in New York City in the art scene as he reckons with his past and future, starring Kelvin Harrison Jr. in the title role. In the role. And then Dana Ramirez, Anthony Starr, Dane DeHaan, Catherine Newton, Lucas Gage, J.Sue Wonders, a bunch of great actors. But most interesting, Jeffrey Wright is in this movie, who played Basquiat in the Basquiat biopic in the 90s. So cool having him back.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
Chicken Run, it's back. It's coming back to theaters, guys, for a 25th anniversary. Holy crap. Are we old? Returning to theaters on November 9th. Chicken Run, guys. What a banger.
That was a good one.
Oh, my. Everyone loved that movie.
That was a good one. All right, finally, Prison Break is moving forward with a new season at Hulu. It's set in another Prison Break. Another one.
Guess what's going to happen,
There's
guys?
been like 6 spin-off seasons of
They're
this
gonna
show.
break out of prison.
This is set in the same universe as the original show, but follows all new characters. Follows an ex-soldier turned prison officer working at one of the deadliest prisons in America to prove how far she'll go for someone she loves. Here we go.
What's so funny, Anthony?
Man, this sucks. Just like... So I guess she's gonna try to break someone out. Prison Break, the 8th one
is what it is. All right, well, that wraps movie news. There's a lot to talk about. I think there was more this news episode than Sundays and Mondays. But
there was.
Hunt for Ben Solo, man. What an L from Disney there. That could have been the thing that saved Star Wars, because they're on damage control. They're trying to bring it back to life. You know, they're trying to literally resuscitate Star Wars.
That's why you hire
again.
Gosling.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But man, you go with Ben Solo, you wouldn't have had to resuscitate anything.
That would have been cool, man.
It would have been very cool.
Been
I'm
cool.
excited to check out some of these movies. Delivery from Nowhere tonight. Shelby Oaks is coming out very soon. I'm looking forward to that. I don't know if I'll watch Welcome to Derry. There's just too many things to watch, and I watched an episode of The Chair Company. I'm kind of locked into that.
I'm too busy, except for the Chair Company.
Well,
Except
to
for
watch
Tim Robinson.
we don't watch any shows, yeah.
I watched Slow Horses.
Yeah, how's
It's
that?
awesome. I finished it.
You did?
I caught up.
How many seasons is it?
It's on its 5th season right now, currently running. But they're
Nice.
6-episode seasons, so
Just
they're not
building
that many.
furniture and watching slow horses?
Yeah. It's not that many episodes, though. It's only 6 a year. But I will give credit to Slow Horses. Every year they put out a new season. They've never not put out a new season since they started.
That's I think what shows really should do. Anyways, thanks for tuning in, guys. As always, do the things that help our show. Become a patron today at patreon.com/Raiders of the Lost Podcast. It's the best way to support our show so that we can do this for a living. We appreciate everyone who signs up. YouTube memberships, you can also join there. Different kinds of perks. You get access to episodes early. Both get bonus episodes. Patreon gets a lot more, though, so check that out, as well as leaving those 5-star ratings and reviews on Spotify and Apple, Instagram, TikTok. Find us on the social medias. Follow us, leave comments, like, subscribe. Do all the things that help us. We appreciate you. Share us with your family and friends, and take care.
See you next time.
This episode was executive produced by our chosen one patrons, Nicholas Martin and Jacob Kossler. Raiders of the Lost Podcast is a mirror image production. Opening music by Chase Jackson.